ಹಾಯ್ ನಮಸ್ತೆ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ. ಇವತ್ತು ನಮ್ಮ ಜೊತೆ 800 ಸಿನಿಮಾ ತಂಡ ಇದೆ. ಸಿನಿಮಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಮುರಳೀಧರನ್ ಅವ್ರು ರೋಲ್ ಮಾಡಿರುವಂತ ಮಧುರ್ ಮಿತ್ತಲ್ ಅವ್ರು ನಮ್ಮ ಜೊತೆ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ನೀವು ಟ್ರೈಲರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಇವ್ರ ಸೇಮ್ ಮುರಳೀಧರನ್ ಅವ್ರ ತರಾನೇ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾರೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಹುಶಃ ಆ ಥರ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಿರಲ್ಲ. ಹಾಯ್, ವೆಲ್ಕಮ್ ಟು ದ ಶೋ. ಐ ವಾಸ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಸೇಯಿಂಗ್ ದಟ್ ಯು ಲುಕ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಲೈಕ್ ಮುರಳೀಧರನ್.
Thank you so much.
As I was saying, I saw your filmography today morning and it was mind blowing. Like from $1 Million Arm to Slumdog Millionaire. But the most impressive part for me was Shakalaka Boom Boom. How did
Blast
you
from the past.
Yeah, how did you get started in Shakalaka Boom Boom?
So I was around seven and a half years old when I was born in Agra. So I started as a dancer.
Okay.
I won Boogie Woogie back in like 97.
Okay.
That was the only show at that time.
Yeah.
So my dad sort of quit his job and we all moved to Bombay just so that I could have a career in the arts.
Okay.
And so yeah, I've been struggling and trying to make it since that age. And yeah, just through auditions and the likes, I got that show. Before that, I already did a couple of films.
Okay.
My first film was with Shah Rukh Khan called One Two Ka Four as a
Okay.
child actor.
Okay.
My second was with Salman Khan called Kahin Pyar Na Ho Jaye.
Okay.
So after that, I started with Shakalaka Boom Boom, which is yeah.
From that to Danny Boyle's Slumdog Millionaire, how did that happen? How was the journey?
Again, it's all auditions. I've never had anything handed to me on a platter.
Okay.
Slumdog was like, I think, around 6 months of auditions.
Okay.
So I kept getting shortlisted. And then in the middle of these auditions, I had like a little bike accident because of which I got a lot of stitches on my face and some marks. And then when Danny met me the next time, the director Danny Boyle, he was like, yes, now that's my Salim.
Because of the stitches.
Yeah, you look more, you suit the role more now than you did before. So, a blessing in disguise. And yeah, and then finally, obviously Slumdog happened and it changed a lot of things for me and put me on the map, so to say, in a way. So, yeah, very thankful.
Okay, now we have come to 800
Yes.
from all those movies. So how was the preparation for this movie? Because you had to be somebody rather than like doing a fictional character.
Absolutely. And not just be someone, but I have to play this legendary, iconic person who everyone is very familiar with. And he himself is going to watch it and his family as well.
Yeah.
So, bit of pressure, a lot of responsibility as well. But then also it's a challenge and a great opportunity for a young actor. I mean, even though I've been working in the industry for like 25 years now, almost, I'm still young. I'm still finding my feet. So, I was a little apprehensive, a little nervous. Also, initially, I wasn't very receptive to the idea of doing another sports film because I've done a couple before in my life. But the person who sent it to me, his name is Akshay Bachu. He works with Kavish Sinha's casting team.
Okay.
And when he first mentioned it to me, I said, it's a sports film, I'm not too sure. He said, but just read it because it's a lot more than just a sports film. And then when I did, it actually was. Sports is maybe like 20% of the film. And the rest, it's a character study.
Okay.
It's a story about a young kid struggling with his identity, being from a minority community in a war-ravaged nation. And through his journey, you also get to see the journey of an entire community and actually the entire country through a social, political landscape. So there's a lot of layers and very complex, a lot of emotions, and it's stranger than fiction, his real life.
Yeah.
Which is, so there was a lot for me to sink my teeth into as an actor. And, very, very appealing to be a part of this. And I'm glad that this finally happened.
How did you like follow him? Like small gestures? What preparation did you make for it?
Well, unfortunately, like other people who have done biopics on people, I didn't really get the time to spend or shadow Sir for like months on end.
Yeah.
I only met him once before the start of the film.
Okay.
Then he came on set one time in Kandy. And then I directly met him at the trailer launch.
Okay.
So my whole research was through videos. A lot of videos. Every single video that was available online that I could get my hands on, I would watch. And my director, who spent almost like 2 years living in Sri Lanka, he's also the writer of the film.
Okay.
Him and Shehan, who's a Booker Prize winner from Sri Lanka. So they, I think, spent almost 2 years researching about things that even Murali sir was not aware of himself. And so I heavily depended on my director, Mr. M.S. Shripati, because he was my dictionary, my thesaurus as to when it came to anything regarding Murali sir. So, it's not something that you can do on your own. That's just for the mannerisms and stuff like that. To get the action, I had a bowling coach, Vicky Bhai, who is the head coach at Rohit Sharma's academy. He himself is an off spinner. And I was filming a show before this film, so I was shooting. But in the night time after the shoot, I would go for like 2 to 3 hours and try to bowl like sir as much as possible. And then again, I think this is a recurring theme in my life. I had a really bad car crash.
So many crashes.
I drive rash. I'm very accident prone in life. Really bad car crash actually. This is life number 2 for me.
When was this?
Around like 8 years ago.
Okay.
So I smashed off my elbow completely, and there's a lot of metal here. But the thing from that is my elbow is now slightly bent.
Okay. Oh,
and I found out after I signed on to the film that Murali sir's elbow is also bent.
Yeah.
And so I did message my director
All
saying
crashes.
I've got something up my sleeve, pun intended. And it helps my action look a little bit more like Murali sir. So I think every time I don't have a job, I should just crash
some vehicle.
Yeah, and then I'll get another film. Yeah.
Okay. Did you play cricket when you were young? I know you're still young, but when you were
not that young anymore. I'm in my 30s, early 30s now. But growing up in the 90s, an Indian boy through and through, played cricket, be it like gully or school or college. I played throughout. My father used to be a fast bowler back in the day. So, of course, played a lot of cricket, but I wasn't a spinner.
Okay.
And definitely nothing to do with Murali sir's action. So, it was something completely new for me to learn. But I'm not new to that. Like, I did a baseball film when I knew nothing about baseball initially, trained for like 2-3 months and then did that as well. So, it was right up my alley to try to attempt something even harder this time. And I'll let you guys be the judge of how well I did it. So.
Okay. Who was your favorite cricketer when you were growing up? Who did you look up to?
It's so surprising that sir and I have a lot of similar answers. My favorite cricketer of all time, I mean, of course, Sachin sir is great and all of these guys, but has to be Virendra Sehwag. It's the impact and the terror he used to, command from the opposition is incredible. I mean, who hits a 6 to get to a 3? Bonkers. So just the audacity that he played with. He could get out 5 matches in a row. But if you bowl in his corridor, he is going to go after it.
Hit you.
I love that about him.
Okay. So we saw the trailer. It's very intense.
Yeah.
You have done a phenomenal role just looking at the trailer.
It's kind of funny, sir.
What more can we expect from the movie? Like a fan of Muralidharan will obviously watch the movie. Right. Somebody who follows cricket would definitely want to watch the movie. But somebody who don't follow cricket, who's just a cinema lover, why should he watch this movie?
Exactly the reason why I did this film is it's so much more than a sports film. Like I mentioned, it's maybe 15 to 20% is cricket. And the rest is this really complex story and so many hiccups and upheavals. It's real drama. An authentic drama because it's completely based on reality. Like Sir was really adamant that he doesn't want anything that's not true in the film. This is not an exercise in self-glorification.
Okay.
And a lot of times people who, if for example biopics have been made recently as well, and I wouldn't like to take any names, but there have been things that people have been apprehensive in putting in those films.
Yeah.
Murali sir has been the exact opposite. He's like, show everything. I want you, if there is an opposing point of view, show their perspective as well. And we very thoroughly have done that through the film as well.
Okay.
And so this is, because the drama is comes from reality, I think the audience connects to it on a deeper level. And so you don't have to be a cricket fan to watch this film and enjoy it. You don't have to be a Murali sir fan to enjoy this film. You can purely on the basis and the merit of the cinema go and enjoy this. So that's what I'm hoping, that people actually look past. I mean, it's great we have Murali sir is a huge legend and the fans will come for that. But also the people who are not cricket fans should definitely give this movie a chance, because I don't think they'll be disappointed.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you've worked in major film industries like in Hollywood,
right?
Even in India, you have, now that the movie is getting released in pan India, all other language people are going to watch you. Like,
This is my debut down south.
Yeah. What's the major difference when you compare the filmmaking style to here and there in Hollywood?
No, I can't say this about the south because people are really professional. A lot more than Bollywood. I mean, it's changing slightly now, even in Bollywood, because you work with a lot of international crews and from crews from the south. But I mean, the number one thing that back when I did Slumdog and $1 Million Arm, the biggest difference was the professionalism and people sticking to times. And it's not just about the work times, but even they don't work Saturdays and Sundays, for example. But when they work, they're just working. And so a 9 a.m. shift means a 9 a.m. shift. It doesn't start at 12 or 3 in the afternoon, which used to be the case. My first film with Shah Rukh Sir, One Took 4 took 3.5 years to make.
Okay.
And so I think that professionalism is the biggest difference. Otherwise, talent-wise, there's no dearth in our country. We have tremendous amount of talent in our country, and obviously it's now coming to the fore thanks to the internet and OTTs. So people are getting chance, people are getting recognized, like Pankaj Tripathi and a lot of other people who didn't really get what they deserve before are now having a chance to make their place in the sun, and that's what I'm hoping to do myself.
Okay. So what next? What after 800? What more projects do you have in your pocket?
I have a web series waiting to release.
Okay.
With Jackie Shroff and Sikandar Khair and myself, and then I am writing a script. I'm working on a movie script that's based a little bit on my relationship with my dad.
Okay.
So it's a father-son sort of relationship.
So you're just writing, or do you want to direct it? Or
I mean, I have written and directed a short film, and we were very lucky. We did very well. We won a Dada Saheb Phalke.
What's
best
the
actress.
short movie's name?
We haven't released it. It's called Frore. It's an old English word which means frozen. It was an adaptation of a short story by this 18th century French writer Guy de Maupassant.
Okay.
So it's 30-minute film, but we won in Prague, we won in Paris, we did like really well in film festivals. So I do have an affinity for it, but I don't know if I'd like to direct it or not. I'm still just developing the script as of yet. And then in like 2.5 months, I think I should be starting on another film as an actor as well. So few things, slow but steady.
Okay.
Things change after 800.
Okay. It was amazing talking to you. All the best for 800.
Lovely talking.
Let's meet after 800 success.
Absolutely.
Yeah.